What up, though? What's going on with y'all? Here with another video on the Weird Big Connection. As always, you already know I'm your boy Damari Green, and today, without further ado, we ain't even gonna spend too much time trying to like, share, and subscribe or whatnot. This is a pure rant, freestyle off the top of the dome, like Nick Cannon would say. But this is a pure rant, and I have a special guest in the house to help me out. Diehard Michigan fan, diehard Detroit Lions fan, and we just want to know what in the world is going on with our beloved Detroit Lions and Michigan Wolverines. So, what team would you like to start out with? First of all, I just want to introduce him. Like I said, diehard Lions fan, diehard Michigan fan, Mr. Eric Coleman. How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing all right. And I don't even like that term, die hard. I'm a live hard.
Live hard.
Michigan, Detroit fan.
Okay.
Right? So I'm a bit befuddled, if that's not too slick a word. I'm a bit befuddled by the play of our football teams.
So where would you like to start first?
Let's go to Ann Arbor.
All right, we're going to A2. The Michigan Wolverines.
My heart beat like that.
See, you got the Anthony Carter jersey on.
Hey, see.
You already know what time it is.
To go. All right, check it. First off, this is strictly business, y'all. We ain't going to get too down and dirty with it out of respect for the brand.
Okay.
You know, I roll with the brand. And that M, that block M, that maize and blue, I rocks with that.
Yes, sir.
You see, this ain't for play here. It's hurting me right now to see us in the middle of a mess. Right now, the M stand for mess. But like any business meeting, because this is strictly business, we're going to start it off the right way. First of all, Jim Harbaugh, I don't want to see him go.
Okay.
Don Brown, the defensive coach. Okay, I got to hit him straight in his mouth. Them boys can't tackle.
Okay.
I ain't never seen a softer bunch of defensive backs.
Okay.
Linebackers. The D-line is nowhere to be found.
Okay.
And in all my years, I'm 49, y'all. Check it out. I ain't never seen them field consecutively in the last 3-4 years teams as soft as I've seen in Ann Arbor. It ain't the fact that we losing, it's how we losing. We taking a bruising.
Agree.
The other team is pulling up in our parking lot and they just cruising.
Oh, that's nasty.
I'm thinking the coaching staff before the game is straight boozing.
Ooh, he cooking with McDonald's.
Wolverines with attitudes, who you fooling?
Ooh, talk.
But I love my Wolverines. Now that's as much as we gonna go good side of that equation.
Okay.
Penn State limped they monkey asses in our place yesterday. They limped up in there. Them Nittany Lions was pussycats, but they walked out like lions. Whooped on us. Bully balled us. Cade McNamara, I like his fight. Coaching should have had something to do with how that game was handled yesterday. The man was hurt early. They left him in the game. The fight plan, you could tell he clearly was hobbled on that shoulder. He never threw anything past 6-7 yards.
Okay.
But coaching has to augment that, has to change that. You got to switch something up, put another guy in. They did put Milton in, who was already banged up.
Okay.
But Milton, let's be honest, y'all, that man can't throw. He can't throw. He ain't ready yet. I don't know what is it, McCarthy?
J.J. McCarthy.
J.J. McCarthy. He'd have got some clock yesterday. If I'm on that sideline, go on, get in there, son. Show me you can play a little bit.
Which is a guy that's coming in with the next wave of recruits. So, but he's pretty much saying if he was here, But what you saying, if he was here, you basically be like, get in there.
Get in there, man.
Yeah.
For what? Ain't nothing to hold back for now.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not looking forward to Ohio State this year, and I usually am. And I gotta share this with y'all. All my U of Mers, my real Wolverine fans.
Yes, sir.
Do you know this the first time that I ever? Cause I usually get an adult beverage before the game
Mm.
and after the game.
Mm.
Sometimes that's a good experience, sometimes not so good. Lately it's been not so good.
Mm-hmm.
This time I was actually dreading going in the store wearing all my Michigan gear because I feel like I stood out like a sore bum. Not a sore thumb, a sore bum. Cause I'm gonna be sore about it. Can't nobody just walk up and be like, them Lions lost. I'm hitting you on your shit. I'm just being honest. Like ain't that conversation don't. That's a transaction that's not gonna go well.
Mm.
Uh, I'm hurt right now, and it's not cause we losing. It's
How?
we losing. Oh boy! All right, we gonna go on ahead and hit the city limits though, and we gonna go to Ford Field.
All right. Shout out to the hometown. What up, though?
I'm about the brand.
Mm.
I rooted for Detroit wholeheartedly when they went 0-16.
Mm.
I remember this.
I remember it too.
But you know what? I wouldn't even trade that experience for the world. I love my Lions like no other. I love it.
Mm. Mm.
Shout out to my man. I think you told me this, Marvis. You said somebody tweeted or somebody said thank you to Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, pretty much the Lions fans as a whole pretty much said thank you to Deshaun Watson as they donated to his charity, and it tallied up over $1,000
Wowzers.
because he beat them and got Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn out of the building.
Yes.
That's how bad it's been.
That's bad.
They thanking the opposing quarterback and donating to his charity.
Wowzers.
Over $1,000.
Wowzers.
Just a little bit over $1,000 to his charity.
Wowzers.
For getting Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn out of the building. That's how bad it is here.
Mm.
Like, I remember that press conference from day one when he came in here and he got rid of Jim Caldwell, and speaking about Bob Quinn, and he told us in the media 9-7 wasn't good enough.
Didn't he though?
Definitely. Now, we're not saying that Jim Caldwell is like the GOAT or a god, but at the same time, he did get us to to 2 playoff appearances in 4 years, and he was fired in the midst of 5 minutes. But chance after chance after chance, Matt Patricia has gotten and only won 13 games.
Right. That's facts.
On TV, in the media, on ESPN. They stated loud and clear. If Matt Patricia won 24 games straight, he still wouldn't have a winning record or even come close to catching Jim Caldwell in 4 seasons. That's absurd to me. That is literally absurd to me. I have a lot of problems with how they attack a game or go about a game plan. I don't like the way that they shy away from TJ Hawkinson. He should be eaten. The 2 young bulls that you've mentioned, and DeAndre Swift and Kerryon Johnson, should be playing a lot more than they have been. It took all of this time for them to finally start DeAndre Swift, and even Adrian Peterson came out and said a couple weeks ago, y'all should have been made that move. If he's telling you that says a lot about our staff. And a lot of fans in this fan base love to attack the players. When y'all attacking the wrong people, it start up top. This organization has failed our best players that have walked through the door and walked out of it. And you can start from Barry Sanders to Megatron, Matthew Stafford. You have failed to give them a support system. Darius Slay. I can name a couple of players. And we went over this in just before we did the video. It's been numerous amount of players / analysts that has gotten on Matt Patricia's case about how he treating the players, starting with Darius Slay on First Take months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now that the firing took place yesterday, Quandre Diggs, Darius Slay, Ashawn Robinson, Dan Orlovsky, everybody has got something to say about this dude, and these players are not lying. Why would you tell Ashawn Robinson that you would basically you threaten to take his career? And these players ain't just tweeting this, just like talking out of the side of their mouth. That I believe them. It's actually happening.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You don't come this whole Patriots way thing. It don't work. It doesn't work. You can't just walk in here with no coaching experience, no nothing. You just the defensive coordinator. You can't just walk into somewhere and be talking to these players like you're talking to them. It's a way to talk to people, and it's a way to deal with every situation. And it's like you're supposed to be this defensive guru or whatnot, but your defense is pretty much dead to last. We in the bottom tier in total defense. You can't stop the run. You can't defend the pass. And teams is walking in the forward field like whatever. The Houston Texans, they got their issues. I respect Deshaun Watson. I like Will Fuller. But like you said, they have their issues at the end of the day. And they was able to walk in here and dominate. They was able to walk in here today. It seemed like the Lions would get off to a nice little hot start. But after that hot start, it's basically like that's all we got. Like that's all we got left. And the Houston Texans was able to dominate. And that should have never taken place like that. That is absolutely inexcusable for what we saw on Thanksgiving. It's a national embarrassment, man. You on Thanksgiving, the world watching you, and you put out that kind of performance. Your job on the line. We in the playoff hunt, still, and that's what you do. Like they don't like you. They don't want to play for you. That speaks volumes, man. That's terrible, man. That is it's more than just on the field. It's more than football. Apparently, based on what I'm seeing on Twitter and on ESPN, these players they really don't like you, man. They don't. I've never seen that before, ever.
Gas face.
Yeah, it's like you came in here and you tried to build some kind of patriot culture. We already had a culture. We was already trending towards an identity with Jim Caldwell, and you came in here and you tore it down, and you tried to bring in this patriotic facade, and it just didn't work, man. And it's crazy that you got chance after chance after chance like that. You should have been fired last year. To be honest with you, you really should have been fired last year. So, what you got to say about that?
Well said, my man. I concur with everything you alluded to.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, it ain't high. It ain't the fact like Thanksgiving game, y'all. Thanksgiving is our day. You know, Detroit is a Thanksgiving tradition, football wise. We know we playing on Thanksgiving. We know we as fans we gonna watch our team on Thanksgiving.
12
and they done gave us some great memories, right? Think about all the worst seasons we done had. But when Thanksgiving come, the Lions clowning. They whooping off in something. I don't care who in front of them. They show up yesterday really on a must-win tip.
Have to.
The Texans is not the toughest team we could have faced.
No.
Right? Deshaun Watson is a beast.
Facts.
That's one man though. Because if it was like that, their record would be better. They got issues. Like Mr. Green alluded to, right? We all know this, any of us watching the NFL right now. The Texans they struggling. Mm-hmm. They come in here and dominate us as if they was like the top team in the league. We had no fight.
None.
These players that have surfaced with all kind of comments as from hearing about Matt Patricia leaving. All of them was negative because that man has not built up any real capital in the NFL.
No.
Bob Quinn does need to be held accountable, which he was. He got told you need to clear your desk out too. Because he picked that man.
Facts.
We was on the upswing with Caldwell. Shout out to my dog Stevie A who brought it so eloquently in play about why y'all fired his brother in 5 minutes and keeping this unproven Viking looking enough because he come from a camp that's known to win, but he had proven nothing. He
No.
had never been a head coach. What he showed was that he ain't ready to be a head coach.
Right.
I kind of liken that to when they hired Jim Schwartz. I couldn't stand him. He was a terrible hire. And he played himself out. He's not a head coach. He's barely an assistant in my mind. But anyway, I digress.
Mm.
Our Lions are just as talented as any team in the league.
Facts.
I could go down that 53 boy and match up with any team in the league, but bad management. Yes, the Fords are a car company. Make no mistake about it. That's how they get their cheese up. Selling them rides. That's what it is. The Lions are a business venture at the end of the day. But what they failed to do is put football people who really know the game in place. Bob Quinn, I ain't mad at hiring Bob Quinn. Bob Quinn messed up hiring Matt Patricia, though. He messed up. I still think he might mess around because he actually put a lot of good people in place.
I agree.
Except for Matty P.
Patricia, yeah.
Right? And we see this. It's bad, excuse me, y'all. It's bad mojo when a guy bring up that you said certain things to him.
Yeah.
That's low class, that's low brow.
Yeah.
Nobody should be able to recant that you said something in terms of, I'm going to take your career.
Or the whole Darius Slay incident when he said
man.
he said that stop sucking another man's you know what.
Right.
Why would Darius Slay go on first take and just talk out the side of his mouth as if it's whatever? Like, yeah, you was out, you was dogging dog. You was dogging players.
And you know what? I don't want to get away from, I don't like using the race card thing. But it is something today, y'all, we know this to be true. Both of these are two African American players that he seems to have an issue with. And that's been a pattern. Even players that played actually through the Patriots system at the time he was defensive coordinator there. It's been several incidents he had butting heads with certain players, and they all were African Americans. I don't know. Hey, maybe it's just a coinky dink. I don't know.
Or even you can even point to what go back to what Stephen A. Smith did say. I mean, for the fact that y'all got rid of Jim Caldwell in 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
After what he was trying to establish.
See, you know, they don't trust the hierarchy, and I won't put a color on the hierarchy because I don't have to. But we don't get the same clock as others get. See, Matty P was going to get that clock. But see, now it's too many people paying attention to the trash in our yard. See, now everybody driving by, they can see it now. They like, damn. It's messed up over there in Ford Field. They got they trash all on the side coming out. So once that happened, now you got to do something.
Yep, it was forced
to do something. And the players is talking. They done asked a couple players, and they probably like, man, yeah, this guy don't know what he's doing. I think if Stafford is a loyal guy, but I'm sure at some point they seen a disappointment in him. Daryl Bevell is not a head coach.
No.
So we're gonna have to fix that quick. He ain't no head coach, y'all. Do your homework on Daryl Bevell.
He'll be out of here soon, too.
Just for y'all to know, Daryl Bevell is the same guy that called that play that cost Seattle to lose that Super Bowl that they had in hand. All they had to do was get a ball to beast mode. Daryl Bevell was one called that play. I'll never forget that. Mind you, the coach got to sign off on it. He got to sign off on it, but that lets you know if he ain't got a coach that can control what he talking about, why should we expect anything from Daryl Bevell? And he got one of the best quarterbacks in the league, Matty Boy Stafford, believe that, who handcuffed by an inept offensive scheme. We got enough receivers. Even if Galladay don't come back, and I really ain't no Galladay fan because to me he a whiner. He don't want to play, let him go. He think he ain't done enough to be talking about he already trying to get his bank account right, which I don't mind, but you got to show me something. You ain't put up no numbers like that to be talking like you talking. Then he walked off the field last we saw him and ain't been back. He ain't got no injury that serious. I'm not buying that. But anyway, We need to beat the Bears. Any of the Chi-Town people out there, y'all ain't gonna like this, but I can't stand the Bears. We must stomp them in the mud. This team got to play with some pride because that's all we got left now. Believe it or not, we actually still somehow, some way, like
In
in
the
the
hunt.
hunt. So we gonna see what happens. But coach wise, and my youngest son brought up a great point earlier. He said they should look at Eric Bieniemy with the Chiefs, which yeah,
OC.
also and yeah, raise the black fist. Let that man get in there.
Facts.
Clearly he know what he know. Now they got all the weapons. It ain't that hard to look good over there either.
Mm-hmm.
But Bieniemy, if you do your homework on him, the resume is there.
And for GM, Lewis Riddick was
Oh
a name that
man,
was thrown around a lot.
Lou sweet Lou gotta be loved.
Yeah.
Football guy, they wouldn't see the then the Fords wouldn't have to worry about nothing. They can go ahead
They
and
can
keep
go
on
ahead and
collecting all that cheddar from everywhere else,
Yep.
which they gonna do anyway.
Yep.
But give us a winner. I need a
Mm-hmm.
winner. I ain't never seen my Lions go that way. And I'm 49. I need to see that. I need to see that. I need that in my lifetime.
Facts.
The good, DeAndre Swift, I think, is on the upside. When he come back and be ready to play, they should milk him like he Ezekiel Elliott.
Facts.
AP, shout out. You a GOAT. You a Hall of Famer. First ballot. But you shouldn't be playing as much as you playing, dog.
No.
I'm sorry. You need to be sitting down. That's like me going to the basketball court thinking I'm gonna get picked first. Cause I used to could play. No, my old ass need to sit on the sideline. Let the young dogs do what they do. If they want to hit me in the corner or somebody get hurt and I can take their spot, then I play. That's how that go. Hawkinson, what you alluded to.
Oh my
Money
God.
Green. Hawkinson, yeah, he gotta eat. And I believe they're gonna be all right with that's concerned. Hawkinson he gotta get better at his pass, pass blocking and run blocking. Which he will. He will, but then we gotta get some coaching in place.
Facts.
Develop that man.
Facts.
Defense. Shout out to my dog Eminem, Detroit song. You got a song called Toy Soldiers. That's what we trying out on the field right now. Them lames can't tackle none of that. Darius Slay was the best thing we had in the backfield. True Font, overpaid free agent. He ain't doing shit.
No.
He hurt every 5 minutes too. I don't know how the hell we let Diggs get away. But
Quandre.
man, I like my man. Shout out to my dog Shelton, big boy Danny Shelton. I like the way he go at it. He very limited in range, but he bringing them attitude that we don't see hardly in Detroit. It's like no fight, man, no fight, dog.
Mm-hmm.
You know that team should emulate the pulse of the city, the people, the pride that we have.
Mm-hmm.
When I say I got a problem with somebody at the store because they talking about the Lions, my Pistons, my Red Wings, my Wolverines, damn it, my Spartans. You can't say nothing to me about nobody from here and not expect a real attitude because I come up in that. And I hurt when they hurt. When they losing, I lost. It takes away from who I am. My swag ain't as tough. You know what I'm saying? I'm mixing it up right now, but it don't mean as much when they lose.
Nope.
It just don't. Because if somebody looking at me saying, you backing them, loser. And I struggles with that because I know we ain't cut like that.
Right.
So, as I part up out of here, to all my fans that still hold on, tie nothing. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right.
Yes, sir.
All the haters out there, y'all going to choke on the exhaust when we pull off. in that boy. Because in the end, we going to win.
Mm-hmm.
We going to have a ring soon. The Lions going to win a ring in the next 3 years. Put that on your board. Save the date.
Ooh.
In the next 3 years, we going to have a ring. The Wolverines will come back to glory.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Shout out Juwan Howard, by the way.
Jay Howard, Jay Boogie, much love.
We already know how that.
Hey
goes.
man, hey Jay Howard, if you do see this, anybody that know Jalen Rose, tell Jalen Rose I got a serious bone to pick with him too though, cause on Jalen and Jacoby, he just go in the fetal every time Jacoby get to talking that shit. He go in the fetal like we on some bull. Nah, hell no, you don't do that. Don't get that man that. He a lame anyway. Straight up. Don't give him that. And that ain't what real Detroiters do. We don't do that. We don't go in the fetal for nothing. Nobody. But keep the faith, y'all. We'll be straight. I see Michigan State pulled. I got to give them a shout out. They pulled the upset yesterday, beat Northwestern.
Yes, sir.
Northwestern rolling. But see, Mel Tucker still got them in the fight. An African-American coach, by the way. But he got them fighting. They still bringing that axe and grinding when they come show up on Saturday. Mm-hmm. Right now, Harbaugh them, man, we ain't tackling. Okay, I don't want to digress. But I want to thank my man Money Green for giving me a slot today. I will be back.
Always.
But keep the faith. Go blue.
Go blue. One pride.